MTN 9 o'clock news.
Bell Public School junior Brady Drummond is preparing to represent Montana in a national competition as a poet. This is her third attempt trying to reach the national stage, and she says she is confident.
Coast.
From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN 9 o'clock news.
Tonight, revisions to an early bill keeps the deal alive between Northwestern Energy and Colstrip. Hear what it could mean for customers. Plus, jail space may be opening up at the Cascade County Detention Center. We'll explain why. And speaking of the detention center, later I'll take you on a tour, a behind-the-scenes look at the facility.
From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN 9 o'clock news.
Good evening and thank you for joining us on this Friday. I'm Tim McGonigal. First at 9, just 2 days ago, a House committee killed a bill meant to help Northwestern Energy buy a bigger part of the Colstrip power plants. But earlier this morning, Republicans on a Senate committee revived a portion of that bill and stuffed it into another bill that is still alive. The move came on a 7-5 party line vote in the Senate Natural Resources Committee. The language inserted into House Bill 695 guarantees that Northwestern will recover any costs from ratepayers for replacement power it has to buy if the Colstrip plant has an outage. In past rate cases, the State Public Service Commission sometimes has denied that recovery, saying Northwestern should bear the costs for the power loss. Democrats on the panel said the amendment is doing one thing, taking money from the pocket of electric ratepayers and putting it into the pocket of Northwestern Energy. Today's action did not insert any of the more substantial language from the old bill, which had guaranteed cost recovery for Northwestern if it acquired a larger share of the Colstrip power plant. The amended bill now heads to the Senate floor for further action. Jail space may be opening up at the Cascade County Detention Center. In a press release, Sheriff Jesse Slaughter said the Montana Department of Corrections has agreed to a request by the county for 150 state inmates to vacate the Great Falls Regional Prison by the end of June. The request follows a recent presidential order for the U.S. Department of Justice to phase out contracts with private prison companies like Core Civic, which operates the Crossroads Correctional Facility in Shelby. Cascade County would accept some of the federal inmates housed at Shelby. Under Slaughter's request, Cascade County agreed to settle ongoing litigation with the Department of Corrections regarding reimbursement rates set by the legislature. The move still needs legislative approval. Yesterday, the Montana Senate Claims and Finance Committee voted in favor. It now heads to the Senate floor. Slaughter said the move could prevent asking taxpayers for more money for detention center expansion. And coming up in just a moment, I'll take you behind the scenes at the detention center. But first, let's head over to the Weather Center for a check of our weekend forecast with meteorologist Ryan Dennis.
Here's your Storm Tracker weather first forecast.
Well, it was another chilly day here in north central Montana with high temperatures only topping out in the 40s in most locations. We've already cooled off, so we're down in the 30s in a lot of locations right now. Currently at the freezing mark in Great Falls and Lewistown, 35 in Havre. And we're still a little bit warmer down in Helena, where it's currently 41 degrees. Taking a look, those winds really haven't been an issue for the entire day, and that's still the case right now with sustained wind speeds generally between 3 and 8 miles per hour. So really not an issue. And taking a look at satellite and radar, we've had mostly cloudy skies out there throughout the day, and there were some sun showers around earlier on today, but once we got into the afternoon and evening hours, for the most part, a lot of locations were dry, just some lingering flurries around in the higher elevation. And we did see roughly a couple hundredths of an inch to a tenth of an inch of rainfall and or snowfall in most locations throughout the day today. And let's take a look at the headlines as we head into this weekend. We are going to have rain and snow showers around, and it will continue to be chilly out there. And I'll have details about that in my full forecast in a little bit.
I'm Tim McGonigal. For people wanting to learn more about a life in law enforcement, they're getting their chance, and they're doing it at the Cascade County Sheriff's Office.
About 30 members of the Great Falls community are learning what it takes to be a deputy. They're taking part in the Citizens Academy put on by the Cascade County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Jesse Slaughter says the Academy is a great way to build a relationship with the community and provide transparency.
There's no secrets. This is a public office. There's no secrets. There's criminal justice information that's buried in reports and computers that people can't see, but the rest of this is the public's building. This is their office.
The class is diverse. Participants range from retired military personnel to healthcare, business to real estate.
I want to learn more about law enforcement, and I'd like to hopefully be able to help in one way or another, help keep Great Falls a safe and good place to live.
You know, I want to find out more about my new community. I think the most start with the crime, because I've been hearing over and over again about the issues.
This is the third Citizens Academy since Slaughter took office in 2019.
Over the course of the next few weeks, participants in the class will learn more about the detention center, the role of the coroner, and also get some firearms training. In Great Falls, Tim McGonigal, NTN News.
You may have seen the new Farmer State Bank building on North Montana and Last Chance Gulch. Yes, they are a bank building, but they had enough space to fit 2 more businesses. Here's one of those businesses.
Would you call it 5,000 minutes? 5,000 minutes is what we call it. So that became...
With over 40 drinks on tap and a constantly rotating menu, it can be a fun and hard choice to choose the perfect drink here at Headwaters Craft House.
With the 40 taps, we offer from Montana, all around Montana, also around the United States, and a couple internationals.
Joni and her husband opened Headwaters Craft House out of their passion for craft beverages. The Helena couple says they travel all around trying new things, but to put it as a business is a dream come true.
This would be my second business opening up, and it has just been a dream, and like everything just seems so flawless and everything's worked out. So it's great. This is one of the best business opportunities I've had and created too.
You may recognize Joni from downtown Helena. She is the co-founder and former owner of Murray's Cafe. She sold the business to another Helena couple early this year and decided to pursue the craft house with her husband, Michael.
She's the business savvy one of the world, and I like the beer and alcohol, so it kind of makes us a pretty good team.
Despite being new to the business world, Michael believes he's opened something unique for Helena.
We've got to hear a lot of like, this is what Helena needs, this is what we've been waiting for, and again, I think we're not the only ones who go out and travel and see what other towns are doing, and you know, you go to a Bozeman and you go to a Missoula and you check out their tap houses, you're like, I want that here. So we're just excited to bring that to Helena.
For their opening night, Headwaters hosted a fundraiser for Grand Street Theater and raised about $3,000. The owners say they will designate taps to local breweries to bring support to the local community. In Helena, Alexi Aguayo, MTN News.
The World Museum of Mining in Butte is ready to expand.
The more we have to offer, the more people that'll come, the more people that we can invite here, and the more people we get to share Butte's amazing story with.
The museum has almost completed its new pavilion as part of its first phase. It plans to host live music, outdoor workshops, and rent it out for special events. The second phase would include the Mining Heritage Center that would add classrooms and conference space and more room for historic exhibits.
And this will allow us to keep those artifacts, a lot of those artifacts here, safe, preserved, protected.
Officials estimate it will cost more than $7 million for the second phase. They believe the added tourism will eventually make up for the cost.
There's more and more people coming each year. You know, last year, not quite so much, but we were hitting record numbers in 2018 and 2019 from the early 2000s. We're on track this year. We opened April 1st. We're on track to beat 2019 numbers again.
You know, when they make these improvements, organizers say it'll not only draw more people to the museum, but it'll give them an opportunity to educate people about the history of the mining city.
That we can educate the future and that we can share the present. There's so much that's changed from the late 1800s to now, and we don't have the space to tell all of that story, and we want to be able to help share that story.
The museum will be seeking grants and donations before it can start on its second phase of improvements. In Butte, John Amy, MTN News.
Coming up, we introduce you to a local student competing in a national poetry competition. Stay with us.
MTN 9 o'clock news continues right after this.
Do you know a student who deserves special recognition? You can now nominate them for the Middle Schooler of the Month, sponsored by Northwestern Energy. One special student will be featured each month during Montana This Morning. Contact your student's teacher today to learn more.
You're watching CW Montana. To get an honest day's work, you need a response. You need a callback. You need a job. Express Employment Professionals can help. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express.
What's up, America? It's your boy Ice-T. And if you know me, you know I love my cars. And that's why I protect my babies with CarShield. I know a car out of warranty means repairs are going to be expensive. And CarShield helps get those repairs covered so I don't have to.
We saved over $6,000 on a complete engine rebuild of our truck.
The dealership told me, well, you know, you have to pay for this. I said, no, don't have to pay for this. Why? I got CarShield.
When your car breaks down, you can take it to any certified mechanic or dealer, and CarShield handles the rest. Your show-stopping coverage also includes roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage at no additional cost.
Without CarShield, there was no way that I could afford to get my car fixed.
And remember, CarShield cars go farther.
Make the smart choice and protect yourself from expensive car breakdowns. Call now for a free and instant protection plan quote. Call 800-741-6086. 800-741-6086.
To find the right employees, start with a team that knows what it takes to hire good people. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express.
Here are today's closing stock prices from MTN News. From Montana's news leader.
Belt Public School junior Brady Drummond is preparing to represent Montana in a national competition as a poet. This is her third attempt trying to reach the national stage, and she says she is confident.
Coast, canal, ocean, river, stream.
Belt Public School junior Brady Drummond is confident about her entries in the National Poetry Out Loud competition.
There's 3 poems that I had to memorize. And the first one has to be pre-20th century, one has to be 25 lines or fewer, and then the other one is just a free choice.
Drummond is Montana's representative in the competition. The winner of the state-level competition in each state gets to represent their state in the national competition.
Knowing that I'm representing the whole state and not just our school is super cool, and the fact that it's on a national level and that I'm going to be interspersed with all of these other people from states all over the country, it's super cool. I thought of something I remembered I heard once, that the body is, or is said to be, almost all water.
This is her third time participating in the National Poetry Out Loud competition, but her first time reaching the national level.
It's pretty astounding.
Jeff Ross is an English teacher at Belt Public School. He's the one who got the school involved in the National Poetry Out Loud program.
The students have taken to this opportunity really well, a lot better than I thought they would when we first started about 3 years ago.
He wishes more schools would get involved.
I think people don't understand how creative recitations can be in themselves.
Drummond says if she gets to the finals and wins, she'll likely use the $20,000 prize to pay for college. She currently plans to be a business major, but says she's not going to completely give up her love for poetry.
Poetry is just something that really resonates with me and I can express myself with. My mother died one summer, the wettest in the records of the state.
In Belt, Colter Anstad, MTN News.
I'm Dennis Bragg in Stevensville, where a new site plan and a few new treasures means another chapter in the history of historic Fort Owen.
In the story of Montana's settlement, tiny Fort Owen looms large, a transition point from the original St. Mary's mission to a Bitterroot landmark with Montana's first sawmill, grist mill, farm, and school.
Fort Owen's role was really much bigger than just an extension of the mission or an extension of the ranch itself. This was the economic center of activity for settlement.
No one's ever disputed the significance of Fort Owen. It's in terms of its historical significance. It's a matter of how do we best both preserve the site and interpret it to the public.
Now, for the first time in decades, Montana Fish, Wildlife and Parks is able to rework and restore a path cleared by the cooperation of Mila Yaris, who purchased the ranch 3 years ago, pledging to honor the site and improve access.
That really changed the tenor of the conversation, allowed us to get where we wanted to be for a long time.
Giving the state a full acre for a new parking area.
We got to first fix the access issues and get people into the site with improvements to the road and a new parking lot. Then we got to preserve what's here. These old structures on site need some preservation and some TLC.
That's already started with the replacement of some roofs this past winter and plans to patch the historic adobe walls.
For whatever reason, sprinklers were set here to keep this lawn nice and green in the summer, and those sprinklers wore away a lot of that old adobe. The plaster inside the walls is failing and falling off the walls. So we're going to be doing a lot of little things like that, and then reaching out to folks like the Salish Kootenai tribe to make sure that their voices are told in the new interpretive plan that we develop.
Preserving a place of peace where archaeology surveys are already adding to the story with new artifacts.
They all were right here, out in these fields. And one of the great things about this place now is that we can tell the story and the fields are still here.
The park will remain closed during this restoration phase. It's also important to point out that historic places like this are closed to private citizens looking for artifacts. That's against the law.
Hopefully it's going to help, the folks who live here on this ranch, hopefully make it clearer to people where they should park, and it'll give the community, I think, a better sense of pride of this place.
In Stevensville, Dennis Bragg, MTN News.
We did have some snow showers around earlier on today, but right now most locations are dry. However, more rain and snows in the forecast for this weekend, and I'll have details about that after the break.
It's so sad. It's not.
Your next family night is game night. Experience the Blitz in true VR. Or take on your friends in the Hollowgate Arena, Xbox Series X. Yep. Or our PS5 to get contactless delivery. Anywhere. Game night is the family place for great food and great games. Over 200 of them, actually. And if you want to get serious, we've got 36 custom Digital Storm gaming PCs and a place to host any game you want. So have some fun, pick a game, and never miss a chance to connect.
It's time to let the sun in on your own terms with new custom blinds and windows from Johnson Madison Lumber Company. Get the energy-efficient windows you need to save big money and see the difference blinds can make to any window. Whether it's a big commercial job or just somewhere you need a bit more privacy, Johnson Madison has the blinds you need to create the look you want. Stop in today and have a chat with our experts. You'll be glad you did. Johnson Madison Lumber Company is your full-service building material dealer.
Your chance to make Great Falls even better than it is coming May 3rd through the 7th. Give Great Falls is a 5-day celebration connecting our community to local nonprofits. With the coronavirus affecting all businesses, local nonprofits are certainly feeling a strain on their resources. They need additional funds to continue helping our community. Now's the time to support these vital institutions. Get over to givegreatfalls.org for a list of participating nonprofits and get ready to give Great Falls. May 3rd through the 7th.
I haven't had my sister for 2/3 of my entire life.
Somebody killed Danielle out there. Why, I don't know.
She was face down, looked like she'd been drug in there.
There's no way that this was an accident.
There are people out there that know what happened to Danielle, and we're gonna find out.
Murder at Cameron Bridge. Who killed Danielle Houchins? Premieres tomorrow at 6 on KRTV.
You're watching CW Montana.
The MTN 9 o'clock news. From Montana's news leader, you're watching the MTN 9 o'clock news.
The Montana Highway Patrol has added a new style option to their troopers' uniforms. Montana Highway Patrol updates their uniforms often, and the new style design is a nod to local Montana culture and traditions. The new hats and matching tie are intended to provide a modern update to their uniforms while paying.
We did have scattered sun showers around early for your Friday, but then as we went in Friday afternoon and evening, we still continued to have a lot of cloud cover around, but at least we were dry in a lot of locations. And this was from earlier on today on our Great Falls Clinic iCam. You can see still have those overcast skies out there, but we're starting to see a little bit of clearing. So some locations are seeing some blue sky and some sunshine out there. And that's actually the case down in Helena. Earlier on today, we did clear out and we did see some blue sky and some sunshine out there. So overall, not too bad of an afternoon. And taking a look at satellite and radar, of course, the clouds have been around for the entire day. And there have been some scattered rain and snow showers out there as well. But again, once we got into the afternoon and evening hours, a lot of locations did begin to dry out. And as we head into your night tonight, we are going to have partly to mostly cloudy skies out there. We're going to start the night out dry, but as we head into your Saturday morning, that's when we're going to have a chance to see some snow showers, especially in locations west of the interstate. That's where we're going to have the best chance to see some of that precipitation. And then as we go through your day tomorrow, that precipitation is really going to start to work its way into our area. So even if you are dry tomorrow morning, by tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening, you're likely going to be seeing some precipitation. And notice you're actually seeing a lot of green on this. For a lot of us in the lower elevations, it's going to be warm enough where we're seeing more rain than snow. But since temperatures are still going to be in the 40s, it's possible you may see some snow at times. Then heading into tomorrow night, as that storm system really works its way through our area, we're going to have rain and snow around in most locations throughout Montana. And then as we head into your Sunday, still some lingering showers around during the morning, but really for a lot of us, Sunday morning is going to be dry. But then the next storm system is going to bring some more rain and snow showers into our areas. We head into Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening, as well as into your Sunday night. Now, in terms of how much precipitation you can expect over the weekend, we're going to be seeing about 1/4 of an inch in a lot of locations. And of course, this is much needed rainfall and or snowfall. So that's a good thing that we're seeing this precipitation. We could see even some more precipitation as we head into Sunday night and Monday morning. In terms of snow, if you are in the higher elevations, that's where we could easily pick up 3 to 6+ inches over the next couple of days. In a lot of towns and cities, though, we're really not going to be seeing all that much in the way of snow accumulation. Generally less than an inch in most locations, but some locations may see upwards of 2 or 3 inches if you see more snow than rain. But of course, with that rain mixing in, any snow that we do see is likely going to quickly melt away. Now overnight tonight, it will be another cold night out there as we're going to be in the mid to upper 20s in a lot of locations. And for your day tomorrow, a couple locations may be lucky and get into the 50s, but really for a lot of us, mid to upper 40s are expected for your high temperatures. Taking a look at the next 3 days, heading into Sunday, it will be a little bit warmer out there, but again, there are going to be some scattered rain and snow showers around. If you are doing anything outdoors this weekend, Sunday morning is probably going to be the best time to do that, as that's when we're going to be the driest. Still some rain and snow showers around on Monday, but then we are going to clear out and see some more sunshine as we head into the middle of next week, and it's going to be warmer as we head into the middle of next week as well. And in Helena, we'll be in the mid-50s for the next couple of days, but there are going to be rain and snow showers around. Then as we head into the middle of next week, that's when we're going to be warmer out there, and we'll start to see some more sunshine.
The MTN 9 o'clock news continues right after this.